Never make this mistake when building a playground for your goats. They can get seriously hurt. Welcome to episode 2. Today, I'm going to explain the mistake I made in the first video, and we're diving into the big project, building the main platform. People often think goats are like cats, agile, flexible, and basically impossible to injure. But with dwarf goats like Philibert and Heidi, there are a few rules you really need to follow. In general, it's recommended not to go higher than 80 centimeters to 1 meter for any structure they can jump or fall from, especially if part of it moves, like a suspension bridge, the ground is hard, or the area doesn't have anything to soften a fall, like straw, wood chips, soft soil. So, in practice, for a stable walkway, aim for up to 1 meter maximum. For a suspension bridge or anything wobbly, 40 to 60 centimeters is much safer. So I fixed my mistake by lowering the height of the suspension bridge. I'll adjust more later if needed. And of course, when you work with reclaimed wood, you're dealing with pieces that have, let's say, character. My chainsaw cut boards are the perfect example. Since they dried outside in random conditions, some ended up warped, and because I didn't stack the tree back in its original order, things became even more unpredictable. I kept the straight boards for bigger projects, like the bridges, which means the twisted ones were left for this platform. I spent hours trying to figure out how to place them without the whole structure turning sideways. Eventually, I started by screwing down the outer frame first. That gave me a solid base. Then I cut the logs to the right height and installed the planks one by one. By now you know, making something straight is not my natural gift. But there is one thing I never hesitate to invest in: screws. I use these structural screws, and honestly, they're a game changer. They bite well, pull the wood tight, don't strip easily, truly a joy to use. To attach the platform to the tree, I used a treehouse support design I found on Pinterest, but adapted to reality. I added a small stepped board that I nailed as I went, plus an extra support post, and for that post, I pulled out the power auger. If you've never used a power auger before, let me warn you, it is not as easy as it looks. Our soil is full of stones, so it's basically a wrestling match to keep the machine under control. Pro tip from experience: keep your legs wide apart. If you don't, the handles will slam straight into your shins. Tested and very much not approved. Another tip: start with a small bit, then switch to a larger one. Even without stones, a root can catch the auger and drag you with it. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and the moment the platform was finished, they were already climbing on it. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. In the next videos, I'll show you how I protect my wood, how I built a bench to hang out with them, and a few more improvements to their playground.